Jill's got nothing to lose, just needs to stay in front and win, as you mentioned, Paul. He needs the bad luck for Dixon to fall back to make this all happen. And he's got to be thinking inside his cockpit right now, inside his helmet.
Big crash! Major incident. Kenny Brack getting way high up into the fence. So 2 cars involved.
That's Schechter right there. You can see him moving inside the cockpit. His helmet, his steering wheel comes off. Car heavily damaged, but we have one other car right now that is very, very heavily damaged.
Now, what will the IRL do? What will the officials decide to do? The debris from Kenny Brack's car, who got way up into the fence. Almost reminds you of an accident Davey Hamilton had here.
And that car is torn apart, Paul. That piece you see right there is part of the under tray of the car. You can see by the skid marks right here where the cars are going across right now. The cars were side by side by the looks of it, and then they just take an immediate right-hand turn, so probably had interlocked wheels.
The yellow flag flies at the start-finish line. The question now is, with just 12 laps to go in competition, whether or not they will put out the red flag and stop the event, only to restart it. Thomas Schechter, and they get him out of the car. We still wait word on Kenny Brack. They're going to ask Schechter to wait for a medical crew, because with a hit like that, even though you're out and walking and think you're feeling good, they want to make sure that he is okay. Boy, look at what that did to the fence.
There's a piece of wheel right there, and that is the upright and the suspension piece.
So with 189 laps and Jill DeFerrin in the lead and Scott Dixon in position to win the championship in his first season in the Indy Racing League, suddenly, and it just shows how it lurks, suddenly there was a serious accident that involved Kenny Brack and Thomas Schechter. Thomas Schechter, you saw him get out of your car. We wait for word on Kenny Brack. They are still posting the yellow, and they are counting down to the finish of the race here at Texas Motor Speedway. We'll be back.
Back at Texas Motor Speedway, a very horrifying crash here late in the Chevy 500. There are now less than 10 laps to go, and the accident involved Thomas Schechter and, more importantly, Kenny Brack. Brack is the individual that we are concerned about right now. We have already seen Thomas Schechter exit his car under his own power, walking around. He is okay, but this very, very terrifying crash happened at the end of the backstretch as the cars were going into turn number 3. There is Schechter's car, but Kenny Brack and his car has been heavily damaged, and we will certainly not do any speculating at this moment as to his condition. As far as the championship battle is concerned, well, we have seen a lot happen in that respect also in recent laps, with Sam Hornish having an engine problem. So there is the standing at the moment, as Dixon, who is running second in this race, is at the top of the points lead. Jill DeFerrin, who is leading the race, is currently in second position. Elio Castroneves and Tony Kanaan touched wheels, resulting in a cut tire for both, and therefore they are down to third and fourth in the championship. You saw a picture just a while ago about the incredible damage that has been done to the fence over in turn number 3 as Brack's car got up into the catch fence, and that will of course have to be repaired in order to restart this race. And I think there is considerable speculation as to whether or not this race can be restarted or not. There is the scene around Kenny Brack as the medical personnel from the Indy Racing League work over him and try to stabilize him. Here is the replay of what happened. Brack on the high side of Thomas Schechter down the backstretch. At the end of the backstretch, there's the contact, and Brack's car up into the wall, virtually splitting in half. And here is the shot now from the end of the backstretch. Again, It's a crash very reminiscent of Davey Hamilton's accident here a few years ago, in which he sustained very severe leg damage. The catch fence keeping the car contained inside the racetrack, but still resulting in a lot of damage to the car. Hopefully, no, at least life-threatening injuries to Kenny Brack.